I wish I learned this trick a long time ago. Drive just looking through the camera because it can see a hell of a lot better than I can through this. Oh, morning everybody. Welcome to Thursday. That's cool. What happened to spring? I miss spring. Where'd it go? Bring it back, please. So, you last seen me on Monday. We got a little bit of work done Tuesday morning, and then the wind hit. It wasn't as dirty as, what was it, Friday, because the wind was out of the west rather than the north. There is a lot of open ground north versus west. You kind of have more farm ground like this, as opposed to dry land farming and grassland. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of farm ground like this, including some of ours that is blowing in those winds, but you get the point. So, because the wind was out a different direction, it wasn't as dirty. About 11 o'clock at night, Tuesday night, it started hailing. So now everything is covered in little circles of mud from the hail, and the skiff of snow made one hell of a mess. Then the wind blew all day yesterday. Our snow and a little bit of rain was burned off by noon, because by noon the dirt was blowing again. But luckily, the high winds, God, I hope they are done. There is nothing that insane in the 10-day forecast. There is a lot of 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, but as of right now, none of the 70 plus. When you beat the tuna to the feed trucks, so you steal his. Sucks to suck. I'm kidding, mostly. This way, he's got his truck for the first load, so he can get all the numbers figured out on his big clipboard. And there's only 5 loads, so that means he'll end with his truck on all the little new calves getting their feed sorted out. This guy will just fill in everywhere else. Oh, there's nobody in there. Our spring break half a crew dilemma continues. So it's spring break right now for the local schools, so a lot of the guys are taking a week off, do different things. So we're running on a partial crew again. We got Bart today filling tracks. Cameron, well, he better be over at the hay shed getting his ripper ready. And then me and the tuna. I need to get doing stuff, but I need to help with this first. And come on, drive that white truck faster. We got things to do, or at least I do. The last 2 days with the crazy wind have been driving me nuts because I got this list of things to do, and my time crunch is getting tighter and tighter, and it's just, I can feel it in my chest. The other bad part is the hay is turning green fast, and I need to get our pre-emerge sprayed on it because it's going to burn back that early growth. So the longer I wait, the more set back our first cutting will be, which for us isn't really a problem because we usually push our first cutting way back on our own with silage. You'll learn all about that in, Jesus, 2 months. Holy crap. We got a lot to do. Okay, cattle are fed. It's poop time. And there's the project. Loader's warming up. They already got the pen all cleaned up and ready. Morning, boys. And so begins the greatest 4 days in sports. Oh, I love March Madness. So we got a new pivot here. I'm loading by the grain bins over there on the horizon. Having to come down the road, down, and then up to the pivot. We switched fields. So, let's see, Friday when you guys were with me, I was hauling from our shop there over where I'd been all week. Saturday, I moved kind of way over yonders, about 3 miles up the road there. I hauled 2 loads from there, clear back over to finish that pivot. Cameron is now ripping that pit. Let's try this again. Cameron is now ripping that pivot. Then hopefully by the time he's done there and with the pivot I did earlier in the week, I'll have this quarter ready for him. We changed fields all of a sudden because we want to get oats planted here, which means we got to get it done now. Where I was spreading up there all day Saturday, that's going to be corn. It can wait. So I moved back here, went from a stockpile and only a 1 mile haul to loading out of the corrals, which means I got to carry it out, and like a 3 mile haul. So I went from dang near being able to do 100 ton an hour to 50. Kind of one of those, it is what it is. We don't have the manpower right now or the desire to burn that much fuel to have semis trucking it from there to here while I load here. That would be much more efficient in the long run, but we don't have the manpower, and that would burn more fuel because we'd have another loader and 2 semis running versus just the 1 loader and the 1 tractor. Again, can't do everything optimally, right? So unless the plan changed, which if you've been here very long, you know that changes a lot. We're gonna have oats here on this quarter and oats on the quarter circle right here. So I got to get both of these done immediately, so I'm back to hauling out of our pens because we got quite a bit of manure in the pens, as you've seen. Get some of that moved out. Hopefully we got enough. I don't know what else you want from me. I'm gonna watch basketball now. Oh, my anxiety's kicking in. I already lost Louisville. Clemson struggling. At least this is going as it should for now. You can load this thing really fast when you got 2 loaders. And it'd go even faster if we didn't all have to alternate going out of a 16-foot wide gate. We're kind of tripping over each other, but I don't know, I guess he's got nothing else to do, so he said he'd come help load, so speed it up. Alright. This isn't very handy. I know there's a couple of alfalfa risers and a pole right there. I think there's a car coming. I can't see a damn thing. Good God, Jill's over here making me look bad. She's gonna have this dang field done tomorrow already. Huh. Oh damn. Then Cameron, he's got maybe an hour to go yet, and he'll have this pivot done. I'm just the slow one. As for me, my gigantic mountain is slowly disappearing. A couple loads left. I should probably still be spreading, but well, I want to go watch basketball, and I got YouTube to edit, so you know, gotta put that social media ahead of the real farming. All these other calves are patiently waiting for me to finish that so they can go play in the new pen. Cattle go crazy with a freshly cleaned pen. I don't know why. But either way, guys, I think it's time to go home. I'll catch you in the next one. Couldn't help but notice when I was driving around, this tractor was nowhere to be found. Yes, just call me Dr. Seuss. Walked around the cart, couldn't find any problems. Walked around the tractor, found the problem. Oh, let's get on the backside where you can actually see it. These front ends, I swear. I'm gonna say we got a seal out. You probably can't even see that looking at the lens. Either way, guys. Yay, more breakdowns.